of the great scenes in college football, the jump around from Madison, Wisconsin.
You've got to experience it in the press box, because I was afraid this thing was coming down.
Start of the fourth. Third down. Stavi with time, throws, and incomplete. Brian Sweet. It's going to be 4th and 4. And Utah State, their defense comes up big.
Stavi threw into a crowd there, and there's another third down manageable situation that they've come up short.
Cameron Webb is back. Drew Meyer, the punter for the Badgers. And a fair catch by Webb at the 15.
Well, you know, you look right there, there's an opportunity. You got the crowd back in the game. The defense is playing well. You got pretty good field position. Come on, offense, you got to get it going. That's what they're saying. Again, you got to credit Utah State. That defense rose to the occasion.
Doe with the return, the John Deere game changer.
Was it ever?
Yeah, no question. Keaton fires it, and broken up by Marcus Cromartie. Pass intended to Matt Austin. Badgers up by 2, 16-14.
Interesting call on first down. They went to a cover 2 that's 5 underneath, 2 deep. That's a passing defense, and there is no seam for him to throw the ball.
2nd and 10 from the 15. Keaton on an option, keeps it. Keaton spins away, breaks a tackle, and Ethan Armstrong comes in and makes the stop.
Well, we'll go back to our meetings yesterday, and they weren't concerned. The defense, Chris Ash and the defensive coaches weren't concerned about the tempo of play, but they were concerned about bubble screen and option. There was the option.
1st and 10. Keaton. Plenty of time. Across the middle to Chuck Jacobs. And a first down for the Aggies and a gain of 11.
Again, it's execution. He had time to throw the ball, sat back there. He's got a number of receivers running crosser routes. He picked the open guy, first down.
Handoff, Williams. And Williams runs right into Borland and Taylor.
When you're a defensive coach and you're playing an opponent that has the ability to run option, you're really nervous about big and pressure, because if they run option, your option responsibilities go out the window.
2nd down now. Going up top, Chucky Keaton, and the pass is broken up by Marcus Cromartie, intended for Matt Austin. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, you know, it's really interesting in this series. Utah State decided to come out. Let's go air Utah State. I mean, all over the place. Let's loosen them up. Let's go across, not just a short route, but across the middle. Let's go deep. And now they found themselves in a 3rd and medium situation.
3 of 12 on 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Keaton, pump fake. He's going to get the first down and more. Inside the 50, a gain of 9.
Well, when he took off and ran, I took my eyes off the field and I looked at Coach Bielema on the sideline. He was disgusted. I know what he's told us guys. You got to stay square. You got to keep Chucky Keaton in the pocket. The guy's a dangerous runner. We're playing good enough pass defense. Make him throw the football.
First down and a flag.
Substitution infraction. 12 players on the offense in formation. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
Let's go to Mike Hall, BTN.com studio update. Mike?
Matt, you got a close one there. We got a wild one in Bloomington. This is Ball State. Look at this tomfoolery, shenanigans, ballyhoo, the QB with a diving catch. And now Ball State is up by 6.
Shenanigans?
He called him, what, the Friday leather something or other before for Dave Letterman?
Williams on the ground. Just short of the original line of scrimmage.
You know, partner, we saw a similar offense last week when we had New Hampshire against Minnesota. These guys are running that offense, but they're a lot quicker at the skill positions. No comparison.
When you talk to Wisconsin, they said, look, we've seen this before. Saw it with the Oregon Ducks. This Utah State team is a good football team as Matt Austin reels it in. Eight plays on this current drive, 42 yards. It's 3rd down. Keaton up to his center, Tyler Lawson, who is all-black offensive lineman. Larry Anderson said he's a special player. Keaton, they were expecting the run, and Ethan Armstrong comes up and it makes a stop. It's going to bring up now 4th down.
Heads-up defensive play. Came with the quarterback draw. It was a 3rd and a long, medium situation. Just don't let the guy run the football. If he wants to throw it, we'll take our chances.
Bennett, the punter. Doe is back. And this one's going to roll right through the end zone.
With both offenses struggling, you kind of feel like whoever makes a big play is going to win this football game.
BTN Football is brought to you by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking, get to a better state. By Verizon, call ** NFL to get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile from Verizon. And by Case IH. Be ready with proven leadership. To learn more, visit caseih.com/4 is greater than 2. Stavi under center. Handoff. Ball. Right up the middle, and Ball. 29 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown. That time, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
You look at those big guys up front, and Coach Bielema's thinking, we got under 10:30 to play. We need one of those 9-minute drives just methodically down the field.
Stavi. 2nd down. Finds a tight end, Ryan Wozniak. And Wozniak with a 1st down and more for the Badgers, a pickup of 14.
Well, you know, they've always been pretty good throwing the ball inside to their tight ends, and they get them here again. Once again, the safeties are playing downhill. They haven't been exploited yet. I still look for, if they keep doing it, they keep sticking their nose in there. Ryan Sweet, McKay Brady, the ball's going to go over the top on play action.
Handoff, ball to the 45. Brought down by Zach Vigil. The Twitter poll, will Wisconsin rebound to win the leaders? 60% say no.
Time will tell.
Are you ready to?
Non-committal.
Oh, it's the 2nd time tonight.
I'm still non-committal.
Not convinced. 2nd and 3. Pedersen in motion. Ball once again. Ball. And it's ripped out, but Monte Ball was down. a job up front. Travis Seafelt and Boje Filimoyatu. See the ball come loose. And he was down. On third down, Wisconsin 3 of 12. Redshirt freshman Stavi in relief of Danny O'Brien. Bunch formation, bottom of your screen. Stavi under pressure, steps up, and the pass broken up. It was in and out of the hands of Doe as Terrence Austin comes in. It's going to bring up fourth down, Coach.
Well, he stepped up like they want. He put the ball right on the money. Denzel Doe, he's got to hold on to that ball.
Seventh punt. Meyer to punt. Webb coming up, and he calls a fair catch just shy of the 25-yard line. Wisconsin holding on to a 2-point lead with 8:05 remaining at Camp Randall. Tonight's Polaris hardest working player, Mike Taylor, 10 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. Badgers at home, up 2. Williams looking to get outside, and Taylor with his 11th tackle of the night.
Boy, the initial part of that run fake and that offense, there for a couple seconds, you don't know if the quarterback's got the ball, the back's got a ball. Doing an excellent job.
The pitch, Williams and Gilbert with the tackle. And it's going to bring up now third down, and Keaton is down. Chucky Keaton, a quarterback out of Houston, Texas. He's up. That is Adam Kennedy. He replaced Chucky Keaton last year and went 5-1 and threw for 11 touchdowns.
Lands on his shoulder, and you talk about David Gilbert, man, he closed a lot of ground there to make that play.
So Keaton out. And Adam Kennedy, a senior from Elk Grove, California. Junior college transfer out of San Joaquin Delta College. As I mentioned, took over for Chucky Keaton last year and won 5 straight. And went into the bowl game against Ohio and almost won that one. Tough spot here for Kennedy. Utah State 4 of 14 on third down. Handoff, Williams, third and short. Hemer there, along with Brendan Kelly. And it's going to bring up fourth down with 7:01 left.
It's been a game of missed opportunities on third and short. I guess they're going to measure it, but I don't think he got it.
The Badgers have won 22 straight non-conference home games. The last time they lost here at home in a non-conference game was 2003 against UNLV. Here come the chains. It's going to come up short. It's fourth down. 6:58 remaining.
You know, as a coach, you know how bad you want to go for it right there? Oh, man. If you knew you'd make it, you'd go for it. Obviously.
You know what, though, Coach? Just within the last 24 hours, you've talked about some of those moments.
Oh.
that you have had in your career where you say, oh, I want to go for it, and you don't?
One against the Badgers. Then I wish I would have.
I didn't want to bring that one up, Coach. A punt by Bennett, taken by Doe. 49-yard punt. Badgers up by 2. Tomorrow, it's a top 25 showdown in women's soccer as the 11th ranked Penn State Lions host the 13th ranked Wisconsin Badgers. Coverage starts at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on BTN.
By the way, you had a lot of fun at my expense with the secondary coach of Wisconsin, Ben Strickland. I just want to mention that.
Yes, well, I think Ben was a part of that play that you were just talking about.
I don't remember.
And talking to Barry Alvarez, he had mentioned how close you were on that specific day against the Wisconsin Badgers. As ball has to go off the left side and stacked up. He has over 100 yards, but they haven't been easy. 121 on 32 carries. Boje Fili-Moyatu. You have to hand it to this defense at Utah State because they know what's coming. This is a team. Gary Anderson said, look, they're going to run. We know they're going to run. Wisconsin says, hey, we're going to run.
Stop us. And they are.
Yeah. Second down and long. Gordon. And Gordon is brought down in a hurry after he is able to pick up 3 yards. It's going to bring up third down now.
I'm going to say it again. I am so impressed how well Utah State tackles. They're a well-coached, tenacious football team.
Badgers are 3 of 13 on third down. Redshirt freshman Joel Stavy. Bunch formation, top of your screen. Stavy with time. Fires. Pass is incomplete. Jordan Frederick.
Well, you know, Stavy stood in there nice and tall, and you got to credit the offensive line and the backs to pick up that blitz. But you got to catch that ball. It's right in your breadbasket.
Right in the numbers. However, it would have been just short of a first down. It's fourth down. Meyer, the punter. Webb is back. 4th and 7. Shanks it off the side of his foot. And it bounces out of bounds with 5:11 remaining. Anxious times here at Madison on a 23-yard punt by Drew Meyer. Nick's extra point, a block extra point, and it's a 2-point game. And now for tonight's Verizon Key Connection. Chucky Keaton, Kerwin Williams, 6 catches, 78 yards, both career bests for Williams. Keaton back, and the quarterback for Utah State inside the 50. Great field position for the Aggies. Keaton on a keeper. Mike Taylor right there, didn't bite. Mike Taylor, 5th-year senior last year, 3rd in the nation in tackles with 150.
Coach Anderson talked about Mike Taylor and Chris Borland. He says, good a pair of linebackers he's ever seen.
2nd and 10. Keaton. And Jacobs drops it.
You gotta like the play call. They faked the bubble. Chucky hung in there to see him, and then they hit the slant route wide open. Drop ball.
Utah State 4:15 on third down. Big play here. 3rd and 10 from the 45. Keaton out of the pocket. Keaton firing, and the pass nearly intercepted by Marcus Cromartie. 4th down.
Well, I said it a couple minutes ago, partner. First team that blinks is going to lose this football game. It's going back and forth. Except one team's got the lead. Marty, nice defense there.
Utah State this half, 7 possessions, 6 punts. And they're going to be able to back up the Badgers right there at the 5-yard line. Bennett getting back Wisconsin with 4:16 remaining, and this is where Brett Bielema wants to see his offensive line, as he said, control the line of scrimmage. And for the Badgers, that means the line of scrimmage you extended 3 yards down the field. And you have Monte Ball, and Ball has had 32 carries for 121 yards. Joel Stavi, redshirt freshman. Derek Watt is the fullback. He's a redshirt freshman. This is a young Wisconsin team, only 9 seniors that are pivotal. And Ball straight up the middle.
You know, when you look at this game, the running attack, Matt, with the exception of the reverse or the end around, whatever you want to call it, it seems like all the runs have been tackle to tackle. There's nothing been stretching the outside. And they've not been making enough ground inside to keep on doing that. Field position is in Utah State's favor unless they move the ball.
33 carries, 124 yards. 2nd down. Ball clogged up and no place to go. And here it is. 3rd down now for the Badgers with 3:20 left. And if you're a Utah State Aggie fan, you think back to last week when they did against Utah in overtime, winning it 27-20. This is a team that has played a lot of tight games. 10 of Utah State's 13 games last season were decided by 7 points or less. It's the most in the FBS. 3rd down. Stavi looks to throw, pass incomplete. Intended for Reggie Love, and now a penalty marker is down.
Pass interference, defense, number 1, spot foul, automatic, 1st down.
You know, penalties have been a major concern for Utah State. The 6 tonight. Utah State has committed 22 coming into tonight this season for 210 yards, the 2nd highest total in the FBS. 1st and 10. Ball. And another penalty marker down.
Well, you know what that is?
Holding, offense, number 75, 10-yard penalty. We repeat, 1st down.
Each team with 6 penalties, and the offensive line has not been clean tonight. You see the hold there by Zach Matthias.
Yeah, he hooked him pretty good.
At 2:39 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's 16-14.
Timeout, Utah.
Utah State takes a timeout. Back after this. 2:39 remaining here at Camp Randall. Brett Bielema, 40-3 all-time here. Gary Anderson and his team, he told us keep it close in the fourth, and that's exactly where he has it. 1st and 20 now for the Badgers. Stavi on for the transfer, Danny O'Brien. Ball turns it back upfield, and ball belted at the 15. Brian Sweet there. Jake Dowdy with the helmet off has to leave for play. He is rocking the mullet big time, is Jake Dowdy. Going old school there.
Old school?
Yeah, well, old school for, you know, me, not for you.
Old school's crew cuts for me.
The mullet. You know, Mike Hall, he had a mullet. He used to rock back in the day. It is 16-14 with 2:37 remaining in the fourth. And Dowdy, former quarterback and a walk-on, and just a strong, gritty player, and has a tremendous amount of respect from his teammates. And Joel Stavi was 2nd and 14 for Wisconsin. Ball, 35 carries for 132 yards. Double tight end. Here's Ball trying to get outside, no place to go. Stacked up, there's Zach Vigil once again for Utah State. Timeout, Utah State, as they try to extend this game.
Well, you're right. You know, they're still trying to run the ball. At Wisconsin, that's what they think they do best, especially in this situation. But once again, that defensive line from Utah State, they got too much penetration. There's nowhere for Monte Ball to go.
Final timeout taken by Utah State.
Well, here you are. It's 3rd and 14. If you're Utah State, you think here's the ball game, baby.
From a defensive standpoint, what you've seen tonight from Utah State, what would you expect them to do here in this situation?
Well, I don't think they, at this down and distance, they don't have to throw the kitchen sink at them. I think, if anything, that they think that Wisconsin, if they're going to gamble Wisconsin and throw the ball, you're going to see one of those blitzes that they run where they disguise everything, then come with 4 men and play it safe on the back end.
Ball is at the 15. It is 3rd and 15. .232 remaining here at Camp Randall. Stavi. Handoff. Ball. And Kyler Fackrell there, along with Brian Sweet. Time ticking away. McCade Brady, a huge night defensively.
Great night. But there, that call right there shows you they don't have a lot of confidence in their offense, but they have a lot of confidence in their defense to keep them out of the end zone. Don't give up field position or give them the field goal right here.
9th punt on the night for Drew Meyer. As they continue to allow that clock to tick away. Webb calls for a fair catch. 45-yard punt, 1:38 remaining for Chucky Keaton.
You know, we've seen 2 big plays tonight. We saw the punt return by Dove for Wisconsin, and we saw the wheel route to Kerwin Williams for Utah State. Dare do they come back to that wheel route again?
Brett Bielema. Tonight a night of redemption for Wisconsin after what happened last week in Corvallis. Up by 2 with 1:38 remaining. Chucky Keaton. The Aggies 2-0 for the first time since 1997. Keaton, bundle of time, throws it out of bounds.
Well, they went with a spy defense right there. They only rushed 3, and they had a defensive player just fly off the line just to mirror Chucky Keaton in case he pulled the ball down. He had a lot of time, but nowhere to go.
2nd and 10. Keaton to the sideline. Chuck Jacobs. 1:27 remaining.
Matt, they've gone to their nickel defense where they take out a defensive end and they let Chris Borland play defensive end. He's a good pass rusher, but instead of rushing, all he's doing, he's spying on the quarterback.
3rd down. Keaton underneath. Chuck Jacobs again, and a 1st down. Up to the 50-yard line. Darius Hillary makes a tackle. They're going to spot it at the 49. Keaton throws it to the sideline. 1:13 remaining. Stops the clock. 2nd and 10 for Gary Anderson and his Utah State Aggies. Keaton, pass, incomplete. Intended for true freshman Bruce Natson. Coming up, the State Farm post-game show. Third and 10. Keaton out of the pocket. Keaton fires down the field, and the pass is caught by Utah State down to the 15-yard line. Cameron Webb, 36 yards. Chucky Keaton to Cameron Webb, 59 seconds left.
Well, they're only rushing 3. You see Chris Borland in the middle spying. They're not getting any pressure on the quarterback.
Play is under review. Replay official James Robinson. It's an official review. Has both feet in. With 59 seconds remaining. Cameron Webb.
And it was called a completion on the field. Don't forget that.
Remember, you need indisputable video evidence.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. We had a catch. 1st down, Utah State.
Wisconsin has won 22 straight non-conference home games. The last time they lost to UNLV, 2003. Utah State coming off of an overtime win against their in-state rival, the Utah Utes. And remember, this right here could quite possibly be a huge play in this game. The mixed extra point blocked by Utah State from the 15. Keaton across the middle. The pass is caught by Kellen Bartlett, and a flag is down.
Offensive pass interference, number 81. 15-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Penalties, we talked about the 22 in the first two games. They've been able to overcome that. 2-0 on the season. They're 7 for 65 yards here tonight.
Well, I was surprised at the call. Being in that situation, unless you don't have any confidence in your field goal kicker, I'm surprised that they threw the ball on right there.
It's going to be 7 for 70. From the 30. Keaton on a keeper. Keaton to the 20. David Gilbert drags him down with a Mike Taylor. Josh Thompson,
Wisconsin, their first.
has not attempted a field goal. Wisconsin takes a timeout. Surprised?
Yes, I am shocked.
With 29 seconds remaining. Don't forget to stay tuned for the State Farm postgame show immediately following our broadcast tonight. It is second down at the 20. Josh Thompson awaiting in the middle. That extra point that was blocked makes it a 2-point game. Badgers up with 29 seconds left. The sophomore, Chucky Keaton, up at the line of scrimmage, under center. Kerwin Williams, straight up the middle, and pushed back. And no place to go. And the clock continues to tick. They got to stop the clock. Keaton spikes it. And here comes Josh Thompson from Logan, Utah. The junior. This is the second ever meeting between Utah State and Wisconsin. In their first ever series matchup, Utah State won 20-0 here at Camp Randall Stadium, October 12th, 1968. 30-70 yards.
Wisconsin calls their second timeout. It will be 30 seconds.
Timeout taken by Wisconsin. Thompson, his career long 43 yards.
Well, you know, you call timeout to ice the kicker, but you also want to tell your defensive guy, be heads up. You don't know what they think of this kicker. He hasn't kicked any field goals. It could be a fake. But more importantly, don't rough the holder. You can't do that in this situation.
Thompson 6 of 10 in his career.
None bigger than this.
On his shoulders with 11 seconds left. 30-70 yards for the win. The kick is up. It is no good. What an effort tonight by Utah State. Coming to Camp Randall. This is a good football team.
Well-coached football team. Gary Anderson and his staff have done a tremendous job. Like you mentioned before, they said we'd like to just get close to the fourth quarter. They did. It came down to a kick.
Joel Stavy comes in relief of Danny O'Brien and Brett Bielema. And the Badgers hold on to win it 16-14. And Thompson, 30-70 yards, pushes it right.
Yep, he just pushed it right, didn't try to overkick it. He just didn't hook in there. Good snap, good hold, turn the laces.
The reaction, heartbreak, and exuberation for the Wisconsin Badgers.
And relief for Brett Bielema.
Absolutely. Monte Ball, 37 carries, 139 yards, and a touchdown. And the Badgers have won now 18 consecutive here at Camp Randall and 23 straight against non-conference opponents. Let's go down to Jay Wilson.
The idea is to win the game. You did that. You got a smile on your face.
It does. Good to get back in the win column. Obviously, give a lot of credit to Utah State. A lot of things we got to get cleaned up, but to get a win against a quality opponent, I think that's a great thing.
One real positive was your defense. They had 14 at half, and that's the way it stayed.
Yeah, you know, we didn't want to give up that one right before the half. Turn the ball over. That's kind of why we made the change, went to Stavy. We just got to be more protective of the football, but I like the growth the guys made to get a win. You know, it was a big deal. We'll take it, learn from it, go tomorrow.
But the offensive production still has to be a frustration.
Yeah, we'll work on it tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Brett.
Yep.
Next week, for Wisconsin, they'll take on UTEP. And for Utah State, a tough loss tonight, they have Colorado State. 16-14, the Badgers win it. This has been an exclusive present.